when you have hundreds of people on and off set with just as many jobs, roles, and responsibilities. It's only natural some get forgotten to the public. I wanted to focus on the positions that get buried under the scrolling credits. The jobs that if done well go unnoticed, and if done poorly could ruin the entire film. Of those jobs, this one is among the most influential on set. Like many other roles, it would be impossible to have a film or TV show without them. That is, the first assistant camera. The first AC, or focus puller, may sound like a simple and straightforward job. However, this role covers a wide range of responsibilities. To break down such a multifaceted role, I will answer the questions what they do, the skills and attributes of the first AC, as well as what their typical day on set might be like. What the first AC does can be broken down into three things: their official, technical, and social responsibilities. On paper, the first AC, or focus puller as they're sometimes referred to, is responsible for pulling the focus of a shot by moving the focus ring of the camera either manually or remotely. This can mean keeping something in focus, making a seamless transition of focus from one subject to the next, even intentionally pulling a subject out of focus. Despite the name, the focus puller does more than just pull focus. There are a wide range of technical responsibilities required of the first AC on set. Some of these are building, cleaning, and maintaining the camera, and packing the camera up. However, the first AC is able to flex their creativity in the technical side of their role as well. In this video from Film Riot, multiple first ACs describe taking pride in building their perfect camera rig. While in this interview, a first AC describes one of the many innovative ways they might modify their equipment for different tasks. Not to mention the many ways the first AC might build or set up a camera station and a focus pulling booth. Sometimes the first AC may take on some tasks generally relegated to the camera operator, from troubleshooting camera issues, setting exposure, and even lining up shots. Even though the first AC is an assistant camera, they, like the first assistant director, often take on more of a leadership role on set. As the de facto department head of camera, the first AC works closely with various departments and crew members on set. They often work with the director and director of photography to line up, plan, and sometimes even set up the blocking of shots in the pre-production phase. It is also during this phase that the first AC would prepare a list of gear ranging from tripods and mat boxes to wireless monitors, and even the camera that they will be needing during shoot day. The first AC will also liaise with the lighting department for positioning flags and the grip department for more complex camera rigs, such as a crane. This is often done using a first assistant director as an intermediary. They will also often refer to the script supervisor for technical data before and after each shot. Perhaps the most important social responsibilities of the first AC is how they lead their own department. In this article, two first ACs discuss how they have to handle organization and logistics for their team, as well as communicate plans about the next shoot, even teaching trainees in the second AC. The first AC must have a variety of skills and personality traits to effectively navigate the technical and social aspects of their position on and off set. On the technical side of a first AC skills, they must be knowledgeable of their equipment so they can effectively operate the camera, innovative so they can stay on top of new technologies and modify equipment to their needs. They must have great attention to detail so they can both keep a shot in focus and sharp. They need to be fast and flexible to swap lenses and prepare for the next shot as soon as possible. And they need to be organized so equipment is never missing or needs to be searched for. Like mentioned before, the first AC is more than just their technical knowledge. There are a variety of social skills and attributes required of the position. A first AC must be a good leader. It is their mood that sets the tone for their team. They need to have great teamwork skills because the camera is not operated alone. They need to have good communication skills to properly liaise with other departments and crew members. They must also have good intuition. A good first AC is able to create a technical solution to their DP's creative vision. The first AC must both be proud of their work and equipment, but they should also be humble. If their job is done well, the audience won't even notice. However, most importantly, they must be creative. The first AC is often working with the director and DP prior to shooting, and they can and should provide creative input on the look of the scene. Before the day of a shoot, the first AC would start with a gear check. This consists of making a list of equipment, including lenses, the camera, and accessories for the next day. During the gear check, the first AC would also assemble the camera and camera rig, test all equipment to make sure it's functioning, and find replacements for anything that might be malfunctioning. The first AC would also work with other members of the crew prior to shoot day to make sure their equipment is functioning in harmony with theirs. For example, if a dolly shot is required, the first AC might work with the grip department to lay down the track or test the dolly for fluid motion. Sometimes a remote focus ring would need to be prepared in case there is no space on a dolly for a focus puller. The first AC might also work with the director and DP to plan each shot of the day, including the blocking, camera movement, and pacing. During this time, the first AC would talk with the lighting, sound, and grip departments to make sure nobody's in each other's way. The first AC would also work with their team to build and set up the camera station for storing equipment for the day, saving and organizing cards, and preparing various camera rigs that are needed. If working wirelessly, the first AC would also prepare their focus setup. On shoot day, prior to action, the first AC and the camera operator would work with the boom operators for blocking and to make sure the microphone is not in the shot. And the first AC would work with the second AC so the marks on the slate are correct. In between shots, the first AC would be responsible for working with the DP to determine adjustments to equipment or camera placement before and after each shot. Depending on their DP, the first AC may also be expected to determine which lens filters to use and even to measure exposure readings so the DP can focus on how the scene looks. It is also during this time that the first AC would communicate with the electric and grip departments to sort out any changes in lighting and flagging or a change in the camera rig, such as a change from tripod to a crane. At the end of the day, the assistant director will call either a full or soft wrap. If a soft wrap is called, the first AC would safely store any equipment for the next day of shooting on set in a secure location. They might also be required to break down unnecessary camera rigs or prepare a new one. If a hard wrap is called, the first AC would be expected to break down all of the equipment and store it on the camera truck. In either case, the first AC would be expected to make sure everything is organized and accounted for. I hope this helped you to develop a greater understanding of the complexities of the first AC and their position in this crazy, confusing mess of a world we call the film industry. From their role as a focus puller, their role as a leader in their department, and their role as a creative, the first AC has many responsibilities that sometimes don't seem to make sense. Beyond that, though, they have just as much creativity. The first AC is responsible for developing the tone of a scene, and if a shot is slightly out of focus, it may seem softer. If it's in focus, it may seem harsh. From changing the subject of focus or keeping focus on a subject in motion, even building various camera rigs and planning shots are creative in their own way. You may not have ever noticed their work until today, but you can rest assured that your favorite movie, TV show, or even your favorite scene has the work of a great, or good if you noticed it, focus puller behind it.